I mean, I absolutely
you
murdered that ball.
Yeah, you torched that one.
Holy shit. That was the best feeling driver I've hit in quite a while.
The left arm is for the height and the right arm is for the depth. We oftentimes see the opposite. We want to feel the height with the lead arm. So the trail arm is not going to lift just the lead arm. So we're going to see that lead arm get over the trail arm, and we should see this, you know, the driver side or the head get higher in the air, the grip side start to get lower.
If we do the height and the depth, the good version, now we've got some height, right, for some distance and some depth for some distance. And the whole point of this is to have a system or a guidance to be able to keep you on track. All right, guys, video number 2 of our driver series with my good friend, Mr. JT Thomas. If you didn't see video 1, if you're watching this back, we'll put that card at the end of the video and a link in the description. You want to watch that one. Video 1 was all about how to start the swing correctly. And in video 2 here, we're going to talk about how to finish the backswing and start to load the downswing. If you want to hit your driver better, more effortless power, farther, straighter, these moves are really important. And there's 2 key things from that halfway back position to the top that JT talks about all the time that works so well. But JT, getting the lead arm on top of the pec, and then learning how to get the trail arm around are 2 big keys. Let's start with the lead arm on top of the pec. What that means, why that's important, then we'll talk about how to do it.
Great. Lead arm above the pec is essentially, you know, we start with our left arm down here, right? It's got to go up at some point in the backswing, right? Otherwise our swing would look like this. Yeah. Some swings do.
Some swings do.
On the side.
That's true.
So there's a point in the swing, or just a point in general, that this arm needs to start raising high enough to get over your pec. If it doesn't, we essentially run into our rib cage and we don't have that long of a swing. So really important that this left arm starts to raise above the pec throughout the backswing. So as we were mentioning a little bit in the last video, we know we often see the golfers with their arms way too low for too long, and then they're actually going up in the downswing.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the worst thing we want. We want the arm going up so it can drop down in the downswing. So that's another big part of it too. We want the arm to go up so it can come down. Yeah.
And so the lead arm above the pec, and really getting the lead elbow above the right elbow. And we'll show some of that so you guys can see it on the screen. Let's talk timing.
Yes.
So is this something that we're starting to feel and do from that like club hip high to the top? Is it a little later than that, left arm parallel to the top?
It's probably closer to left arm parallel.
Okay.
And so that's really when we're starting to feel that left arm start to get above the right arm. We'll see the left elbow and the right elbow maybe be about the same height. Maybe the right elbow will be a little bit lower, but just for easy reference, it's like, hey, around left arm parallel is really when you'll start to feel that left arm start to get above your pec as you go back. And again, that allows you to really continue to load the arm the second half of the backswing.
Yeah, and we were kind of saying as an easy thing, and we'll talk about the right arm in a little bit, but that the left arm you want to think about as the upward or vertical lifting component of the swing. Right? And then the trail arm is going to be the depth piece, which we'll talk about. And so from a feeling, I really like that drill. If you could show us the drill with the club kind of across your elbows as a general feel.
Yeah, so guys, I don't know if you heard EC, but he just said something really big, so I want to just harp on it even more. Okay, he said that the left arm is for the height and the right arm is for the depth. We oftentimes see the opposite, right? So the right arm is for the height and the left arm's for the depth. Okay, so then we see this. It's the worst, right? So we oftentimes see the opposite of that.
The left arm for the height, the right arm is for the depth. Okay, sorry. Yeah, let's see that drill with the club across.
Yeah, so drill for the club across here. So grips on this side, on the trail side. You have your arms, just kind of put them in front of you here. Elbows are going to be the same height. You're going to do your nice rib cage rotation, turn back. This is about the lead arm parallel position that we talked about. Here, we want to feel the height with the lead arm. So the trail arm is not going to lift just the lead arm. So we're going to see that lead arm get over the trail arm, and we should see this, you know, the driver side or the head get higher in the air, the grip side start to get lower.
So good, dude. And you guys will see that. We'll play on the screen the Rory and the Tiger, and you can clearly see that left elbow being higher than the right elbow.
Exactly. We see this.
Yeah, exactly. From that left arm parallel to the top. Very, very clear to see versus the opposite that you had just mentioned.
Yeah.
And so that left arm going above the pec and the left elbow above the right from left arm parallel to the top.
Yes.
And so if the left arm is for the lift and the right arm is for the depth piece.
Yes.
Let's talk through what that means, right arm for the depth piece, and then we'll go through kind of the details of it.
Yes, so right arm for the depth piece is really important. And again, this is for power. So a lot of people struggling with create some power in the swing. And you want to think of it how we really are intuitive and we do anything else is this right arm, if you're right-handed, always in a throw goes away from your chest, right? So we never have the arm and the chest going together. That's like, how, maybe like a 3-year-old girl, she's not learning, she doesn't know how to throw.
Yep.
Right? Instead, what we want is we want the arm to pull away from the chest or get farther back. And the reason the left arm is so important and why we talk about it a little bit first is that if my left arm is too low, I run into my rib cage. So I literally can't pull my right arm back anymore. Right? I have no room, right? So I can't pull my right arm back anymore.
Yes.
If I start to raise my arm up, now I have some more space that I created where I'm able to now pull that right arm, feel that throw, get that elbow behind my head, all the intuitive things that we want to do to throw something far, hit something far.
Yeah, for sure. And you can see like Rory is such a great example that having the arms more in front early and then pulling that arm around. So it's like you're saying like the bicep, let's say the humerus, getting farther from the pec as we're still turning.
Yes.
As we're still turning.
Yeah, and pulling that back will turn us some as well.
Okay, that gives us the turn.
That gives us some turn.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you can go to like a pretty good top of back, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Yeah. So one thing with the height, obviously JT mentioned the let's say the lead arm above the pec, the left elbow above the right elbow. You'd see from a height perspective that the butt of the club gets above his head. Yeah. And that's a really nice checkpoint. Not every golfer will hit that, but that's a really nice checkpoint for the height. Now, in with the height, he's got some depth here, right? So he's not going, let's do a bad one with no depth.
Yeah.
So if the arm's in front, now JT's got a lot of height here, but he's got no depth.
Correct.
Now, unless you're a highly skilled golfer from here, you're gonna come too far over the top, or you're gonna do something to really try and fix that when you come down.
Yeah.
Both not great. If we do the height and the depth, the good version, now we've got some height, right, for some distance and some depth for some distance. From here, right, the butt of the club's kind of back over the ankle line, right, the heel line. From this sort of position, now it's a lot easier to get the club to work down in from inside without having to manipulate anything.
Exactly.
Right?
Without having to change anything, and that helps produce speed. You don't have to slow down to get the club back on plane. It's already on plane. So the fastest point to something is a straight line. So the better we can do that, set that up, this is why so many people hit it far, they're swinging this way.
Yeah, 1,000%. So if I can get myself in a pretty decent setup position, if you didn't see from the first one, really like how simple JT put this. Everything on the lead side's higher than the trail side. I mean, can't get any more simple than that.
No.
Left ear's higher than the right, left shoulder higher than the right, all the way down the chain. And from this side, the left arm higher than the right. Really like that. I'm gonna start using that.
Yeah.
That's easier than what I said. So we're set up pretty good, right? We've got some early ribcage rotation with the arms in front, setting ourselves up for success. So from here, JT, I'm feeling like my right, let's go left arm first. I'm feeling like my left arm is gonna go above the pec.
Yep.
And if I'm doing this wrong, feel free to hop in here.
Yes.
And as my left arm goes above the pec, my right arm feels like it works around.
Yeah, perfect.
Right, okay. So I'm here, this is my first half, and this is my second half. Left arm up, right arm around. And I definitely feel like as I pull that right arm around, it's like getting this farther from my body, that trail shoulder, like you had mentioned, is continuing to go.
Around too, yeah.
Almost to the point where like you'd see the Rory. Now we're not all gonna swing like Rory, okay, but we wanna get closer.
Yes, for sure.
We would
especially
see his,
with driver.
Yeah, especially with driver. His trail shoulder, we would see even like closer to the target.
Yep.
Right? Even on this side of the.
Yeah, we would see the right shoulder on the other side of the head, exactly,
Yes.
going around.
So he wouldn't have his right shoulder over here.
No, that's what we see in the shortest, worst drivers of the ball. Yep. Versus the best drivers of the ball. Yeah.
And we're just trying to go from wherever you are to degrees closer to that model, right? We wouldn't necessarily think about this all at one time. You're like, hey, start with the start and then build these pieces in, right? But the things that I'm thinking about from halfway back to the top, left arm above the pec, right arm around.
Big thing for you, you see when you do that, just make sure the right arm doesn't lift, it just pulls back.
Okay, right arm doesn't lift, it just pulls back.
So from that point, that's better. There
okay, okay. And that's something I need a little more. I gotta work on a little bit, okay. More there.
Yes, you're more, sometimes you have a tendency to do the right arm lift.
I get it in here, so yes. And that's when I hit that weak right, driver.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna focus mainly on the second.
Yep, love it.
That looks good there?
He looks great.
I mean, I absolutely murdered that ball.
Yeah, you torched that one.
Holy shit.
So into the wind.
Now we're into the wind,
that was
right?
smoked.
And a rainfall, so I don't know how far that actually went or not. That was the another one.
Yeah,
that was the best feeling driver I've hit in quite a while. And the whole point of this is to have a system or a guidance to be able to keep you on track. Hey, these are the important things. These are the things you need to be able to check to get back on. That felt so good. I'm gonna do one more here.
Yeah, that was super good.
So let's go rib cage rotation, early arms in front. It's video 1. Left arm above the pec, right arm over. And so like someone watching, like for me, maybe you say, hey Eric, you do the left arm up pretty good, but you don't do the right arm behind or around enough.
Yes.
And so when you're watching, you want to be able to find out, hey, where do I fall? What do I need? What do I need more of? That's where I think maybe watching some of the live lessons we could do could help with that. You could identify with. Okay, one more. I feel like my biceps pulling around versus up, and then that shoulder is going with it.
With it,
yeah.
Love it.
Same feels. Left arm up, right arm around. Yeah, that feels so good, dude. I hammered that too.
That was another good one.
That's probably like right center of the fairway. I pushed that just a smidge, but that felt crushed.
Yeah, that was really good again.
Now maybe I swung a little harder on that, but it felt like I got a lot of free power. I didn't feel like I had to try and crush that. And getting that arm and shoulder around, I get more swing length, you know, regardless of flexibility or anything else. And so I think that's pretty good for part number 2.
Yes.
Left arm on top of the pec, right arm around. Such a good driver system. In the next video that we're gonna do, we're gonna talk more about the body alignments and starting the downswing. The thing is, the more you get these earlier pieces correct, that sets up the downswing. The reason we even talk so much downswing is because this is so important, but we'll give the people what they want.
Exactly.
Video 3 coming, downswing. Guys, we're on the road to 400,000 subscribers. Would love if you could take a moment and click that little subscribe button. Really helps us out. If you want to link up with JT, he's one of the best coaches in the world. Easy to see. If you can get with him and find him, he's all around the world. We'll put his info down below. If you want online lessons, check out cogornogolf.com. We'll see you for video 3. Thanks for watching.